Chicken Little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. Art Blow coming through with the truth. Keep it 100, that's the only rule. Every week, bring something you ain't know. Hot topics, that's the name of the show. Hit us with a like, follow, share, and that cash out coming to your player. Chicken Little really fell from the sky, and half the truth ain't nothing but a lie. It's time to tell the truth. 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 Kids, and if one word is what we came to do.
Guess who's back? It's your boy Art, my sidekick Blow. Welcome to another edition of Time to Tell the Truth. We want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Shoot, this is going to be a heck of a doggone show tonight. I want y'all to join in, pay attention. We're just trying to figure it out.
You already know. Give us a call, 704-449-6563. Again, 704-449-6563. Highlight at your followers. Send us a question. You know we on YouTube. Time to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word. Time to Tell the Truth, all one word. Tonight's topic is they are trying it all. And yes, they are. They trying it all, man. They trying everything, man. They trying everything to make the president look bad. They trying everything to take the president out. They want his life.
Yeah.
You know, I think they want the kids. You know, they trying everything, man. They want. I think they want to depopulate. I think they want the Civil War. I think they want. I think really and truly, to be honest with you, the Democrats as a whole, their main agenda, what it seems like to me, is to make the country self-destruct. That's what it seems like to me.
Well,
and they're trying it all.
Well, Blow, I think you're right in most of that. But what I'm thinking is, they really want to depopulate us because I think they see us getting stronger. You cannot tell me that had Joe Biden and Kamala Harris been in office right now, we'll be better off. I still can't say that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see it either. I mean, there's no way possible because they wouldn't be doing nothing. That's the whole thing. I think that's the biggest problem when ain't nobody understanding. We're talking about people that do absolutely nothing. I think that, you know, when it comes to Democrats and anything that they post or anything they say, they don't even have a leg to stand on. Like, I mean, that's what's really come up to, you know, as far as I can see, it's like they don't even have a leg to stand on. Hold on right quick. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, there we go. Technical difficulty.
Yeah. So I don't think that they have a leg to stand on. To be honest with you, the Democrats, they don't, you know, they can't tell you what they've done.
I can't hear you, Blow.
You can't hear me? Yeah. You got your mic. I can hear you. You can't hear me?
I don't hear you. I can't hear you.
Yeah. If anybody in there watching in the queue, can you hear me?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
But I can't hear you.
For
some reason.
I don't know what's causing that. Yeah, I had to open up a whole nother screen for you because you left out of the one we was in. Let me see what we got. Yeah, I think you can hear. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Maybe I go back out.
Yeah. We got
come back in.
Let's see. Yeah, I definitely could hear you. It's good. Yeah, we experiencing a little technical difficulty. We go get this fixed though.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's my main thing. I don't think they have a leg to stand on. The only thing they have is hate Trump. That's it. They don't have nothing that they want to do. They don't have nothing that even they party members can tell us that they've done.
Yeah, I know. Well, they can't tell us nothing new or what they would do. All they want to do is say hate Trump. That's not a strategy.
No.
That is not a strategy. Now, this guy that made this attempt last night on Trump's life, ain't no other president ever had this many attempts and close call.
It's
You know,
crazy.
it's kind of strange, man, that they ramp up the rhetoric on that side, just trying to make Trump a bad guy. Look, we got to get some policies in this country that work. Policies like going to the voting block, policy like getting an ID. These knuckleheads in Virginia, they voted. Luckily, the government stopped it. Well, a judge stopped it. They had voted to where they wouldn't have no ID. Who has such a law? I mean, who fights for this? If we can't,
Exactly.
if
Exactly.
we
We got
clearly now that who fights for not having an ID when you got to have it everywhere else, and especially when it comes to voting, who doesn't want a fair election? Even the Democrats know. If you ask any Democrat voter out here, they're gonna say, "Yeah, we ought to have some ID." Yeah, of course you should.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
who doesn't want ID to vote with? But you got a lot of people. I believe they personally cheated. That's what I believe in Virginia.
Yeah.
They get
Yeah.
those mail ballots and they start cheating with them. That's why they don't want to pass this thing.
Yeah. I think we got a lot of independent thinkers out here. And I think for the most part, the independent thinkers are the ones that are coming around. I think the ones that are still stuck on that Democratic plantation are the ones who just feel like they was taught by people that they trust that that's the way to be and the way to go. And I think that's what it comes down to. Like you always say, mama, grandma, and them, it was wrong about it.
Yeah, and they can be wrong. Why? Because they was taught wrong. Of course, they was taught wrong, and so you have to learn to say, "Well, look, I got to pivot right now." You know what I'm saying? Because that way ain't been working. And when you really put your smarts together on it, you say, let me see what these people done actually done for us over all these years that they've been getting us to vote for them, and then you can't find a single thing that helped you.
No, and then all the stuff that they have been doing is a whole bunch of nonsense and stuff that we do not stand behind. We
Yeah,
do not stand for. We do not agree with all this stuff. To be
right.
honest with you, the only thing that they've done is attack and break down the family
Yeah, exactly.
on every aspect. They don't want you beating the kids. They don't want the man and the husband and the kids in the same house.
Yeah,
They don't want the boy to be a boy. They don't want the girl to be a girl. They don't want the man to be a man. They don't want the woman to be a woman. I
right,
mean, this is something that they have established. They have
right.
established this, and y'all people are still standing with this foolishness.
Yeah, that's foolishness now, for real.
Yeah, it's foolishness.
Yeah, it's foolishness, and they standing on it, and that's a problem. That's real problematic right now.
Yeah, it is. Open borders, allowing everybody to come in this country. I mean, I had a bank account. Everybody had a bank account, and if you got, a corporate bank account, you can't get nothing from them people. But
You,
they'll fly you in from somewhere else and give you anything you want.
yeah, they give you businesses money to start businesses, and I ain't talking about no little bit of change either. They're gonna give you $1 million or $2 or $3 million just to get started.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and you can't get nothing. And you the one been over here working all your life, paying into what they giving somebody else. That's what we voted for. That's who we voted for. That's who we put in office.
That's crazy. I see you, Mr. Hernandez. Thank you for the share. Welcome to Time to Tell the Truth.
Yes, sir. That's crazy though. You know, I'm just saying, man, you got to share, share, and you got to doggone pay attention to what's going on. I think critical thinking left the building. When they found out that we started to be able to critically think for ourselves and say, wait a minute, let's slow this down. Something don't sound right, don't look right, it don't pass the smell test. Then that's when they really start ramping up the rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
know? I mean, it's crazy, man. Because I was talking to somebody and I was saying, man, look, you can't tell me Trump's whole life, the man been around black people, dated black women, did all this, and then all of a sudden the man is racist. I'm not gonna believe that.
They
You
still ain't found nothing to prove
talk
it.
crazy, he got
they
but I
still,
ain't gonna believe it. Huh?
they haven't found one thing to prove it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Not one single thing to prove it.
And the one thing that I think is the most distasteful thing that the Democrats have done this whole time Trump been the president, they got up in front of Jesse Jackson family and bashed the only person that helped them. Ain't none of them ever did nothing to help Jesse Jackson.
That's
And
crazy.
they all stood up there and bashed the one person that actually did.
Yeah, that actually
And
did.
that's a shame.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah, that's crazy too.
I mean, like I say all the time, man. If that State of the Union didn't open up your eyes to really what kind of people they are, man, I mean, there's no way you can align yourself with somebody that don't care about somebody getting stabbed brutally on a train, about somebody getting a gender, trying to change the gender, sending them to an all-boys school. I mean, all this foolishness. They wouldn't stand for nothing. They wouldn't even stand for the American people versus the illegal.
Yeah, but
All,
they'll stand for the illegal being able to stay. They'll fight tooth and nail for them to stay in this country, and they'll try
yeah,
to get your sympathy going that way. But you fighting for
yeah,
somebody to stay because they got a mission with them people to stay in here so they can get in power and stay in power. That's their only goal. They don't care nothing about these people, just like they ain't care nothing about the black people. They use the black people. They use them to their advantage. They use them as a voting block. So some of them and most of them start waking up, and they noticed that at the last Trump election. So they saying we're gonna have to start doing something about this. So we're gonna have to bring in us some new voters. Guess what they're doing when they're bringing in the new voters? Giving them stuff, trying to give them stuff to make them be able to be voting that way. But I'll be honest with you, those Latinos and all those illegals coming in, they smarter than them clowns think. They get in here, they'll go along with them. You know what I'm saying? Just to get what they can get. But they outsmarting our politicians that's stealing our money. That's our money they stealing and giving away.
yeah.
That's me, your money, blowing everybody, every red-blooded American that out here that works every day for a living. They just steal your money, and you sit around there and give it to them. You just open your pockets.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, man, it's crazy. And getting back to this guy last night, I don't know. Maybe the people can tell us. I don't know whether what this guy's ethnicity is or whatever. You know, some people say he was black, some say he won't. I don't think he is, or I think he's some nationality. Maybe the people can figure it out. We got a video we're gonna show y'all, let y'all see a little bit of. It's gonna show the guy in his entirety, his full face, and y'all can make up your decision for yourself.
Yeah, here we go.
Late night broadcast about the assassination attempt that took place on President Donald J. Trump's life at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I'm going to go through all of the details and what we know. I'll fill you in on this situation. Thank God, President Trump and First Lady Melania and everyone in the Trump. Another assassination attempt at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And tonight we finally have the name and some of the early president of the United States of America. The suspect is 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen of Torrance, California, also reported as Cole Thomas Allen in some other outlets. Now, what we know so far is that he is a teacher out in California. We don't know whether he's a Democrat or not, but we do know that he donated money through Act Blue to Kamala Harris. So if that gives you any kind of idea of how he voted, I'll just leave it at that. Now, he's not the stereotype the media usually paints when they talk about dangerous extremists. According to his professional profile and past write-ups, Allen worked as a teacher or tutor at the C2 Education, a test prep and tutoring center in Torrance, California, where he was named Teacher of the Month in 2024. Colleagues and bios describe a smart, ambitious guy with a background in engineering and computer science, a master's degree from Cal State Dominguez Hill, and even a NASA JPL internship about a decade ago working on AI and mechanical engineering projects. So this is no dummy. He dabbled in indie game development, produced a small chemistry-based nonviolent fighting game back in 2018. On paper, this is somebody that you would brag about, not somebody that would end up trying to assassinate the President of the United States of America. My guess is, though, living out in California, likely being a Kamala Harris fan, being totally caught up in the woke mind virus, this is what we end up with. And sadly, that seems to be this situation. Now, President Trump has released details, and we'll be going through those. But first, let me share what we know so far from the chief of police in Washington, D.C.
Detail for the Correspondence Center. As the mayor mentioned, at approximately 8:36 tonight, an individual charged a U.S. Secret Service checkpoint here in the lobby area of the hotel. He was armed with a shotgun, a handgun, and multiple knives. As he ran through that checkpoint, members of law enforcement from the United States Secret Service intercepted that individual. This is a very preliminary investigation at this point. We do know that law enforcement exchanged gunfire with the individual. We do know that a U.S. Secret Service uniform division officer was struck in his vest. He was transported to a local hospital for treatment. He seems to be in good spirits at this time. The suspect in this case, he was not struck by gunfire. However, he was transported to a local hospital to be evaluated.
All right. So he is alive.
You got anything, Art?
Oh no, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, that attempt. It wasn't just Trump and them inside of that building. You know what I'm saying? And that right there comes from all the rhetoric. You know, they're trying to stop the ballroom. This is what I understand, Blow. They're trying to stop the ballroom from getting built, which that's not even going to be used with taxpayers' money. That's just donors' money. And when you got a ballroom, you don't have to have nobody staying in a hotel. They was in a hotel. That's where they was having that meeting. Trump decided to build a ballroom because they never had a ballroom and everybody been wanting one. And they would have to go outside and stand in the mud when dignitaries and stuff come around. So Trump said, let's just build a ballroom. They get mad about that, and because Trump doing it, they don't want it. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't get it.
Don't make no sense. I don't get it either.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it is. I mean, he kind of looked like a black guy to me. I mean, I would, if I had to guess, I would say Indian. I mean, we got somebody in the comments said that, you know, I think I heard he's an Indian, if I'm not mistaken. He might be an Indian. I mean, I probably got to hear him speak, but just look at, he looked like he could possibly be mixed or just light-skinned black.
Right, right.
But so do Kamala. But so do Kamala Harris. She looked the same too. So just because you look black don't mean you're black.
Right, absolutely it don't. Yeah, well, you know, that's just the way it is. But
You all right, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm all right. I was just trying to get this other program together. I think I finally got it together. But yeah, it's okay. You know, but we're gonna still have to keep digging in. We got to dig in every week, Blow. We got to come at them. We got to do it right because they not taking no prisoners right now. I mean,
they're not. I mean, you know, really and truly, I just really want to know what it is they want to do. I really want to get the Democratic side, because from what I see, I don't see nothing. I mean, I don't see nothing vote worthy. I mean, I hear people saying they want Kamala again, and I mean, she just like the dullest tack in the box. So I don't know, you know, and besides this LGBTQ stuff, I don't really know what they want to do. I don't know what they want to do. I mean, from all I can see, what I think they want to do is they want to shut down ICE and open up the border.
Yeah.
You know, they definitely want to do that. They want to, you know, they want to try to change as many genders as they can.
Right. That's it.
You know, I mean, I don't really know nothing else I could really say they want to do. They want to free Maduro.
Yeah, the war crook.
Yeah, they want to get that fentanyl back jumping over here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they want to kill off.
Stand up for that. They ain't even stand up for that at the State of the Union address. You can't even get the Democrats to stand up for fentanyl is now been deemed a weapon of mass destruction. They wouldn't even stand up.
Yeah, I know it. Because they want that. They want anything that they think that Trump, they want anything that they think that Trump don't want. And if Trump want it, they don't want it. They don't care how good or bad. Man, if you can't see God, man, come on. It's crazy.
That's crazy. especially
Yeah.
when it's something and y'all know that y'all don't want to do nothing. I don't
Yeah.
get it. I don't get it. We basically got people arguing with me and you that just want to exchange something for nothing.
Yeah. That's it. Well, that's
And
what
the
they
only
want.
something I get, and the only something they get is a bunch of people trying to replace you who will tell you to your face they care more about somebody sneaking in the country than you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They tell you to your face.
Care about you. They don't want to care about you. They done made that plain and clear. Kamala said it when she did what she did. She said, no, I'm not going to do nothing specifically for black people, but she'd rather do something specifically for LGBTQ. She'd rather do something for them. Now, I mean, that's crazy. That's what Obama did.
Yep.
That's how,
Obama.
yeah, that's
I
how
mean,
we
that
got
was his
Trump.
whole term. His whole term was based on that. And then and like we always say, everything that they say that the Republicans are, that's exactly what they are. They don't want no kings, but they rule when they get in power. They rule like kings. They
Yeah,
make
but
you do
nobody
stuff.
say nothing about it, bro. Don't nobody say nothing about it. They rule like kings. They talking about a dictator, and they wouldn't even mention the fact of what Biden did.
Hmm.
They
And
didn't even.
they don't even care. They don't even talk about Jesus or care nothing about God until they see a picture of Trump supposed to be Jesus. Now everybody a Christian.
Ain't
It's
that crazy?
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Trump,
Yeah,
hey, Trump tricked the Democrats into believing in God for a day.
he sure did. Yeah, it's Clay did.
That don't make no sense, man. These people are so simple-minded, man. They so simple-minded, and then they try to, I can get the perception that's being painted to try to make this person look bad, but the person is doing something, and you can't even tell me one thing that the people that you arguing with me for are doing. And then this is
Yeah,
what I don't understand. Then they'll try to do this. See, I told you this a while back. The Democrats try to do everything that the Republicans do. They try to do the same exact thing. I have people ask me, "Oh, okay, if y'all so MAGA, then tell me one thing Trump did." Then I name 10, and then they laugh. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? They send a laughing emoji. I
yeah,
ain't told man a lie, but I ask you, and you can't send me nothing.
yeah. They ain't gonna send you nothing.
Ain't nothing to send.
Yeah,
The only thing they can send is, these states been allowed to do sex change surgery for kids under 10 and kids under 18. And this in this state right here allow for trans to openly identify as women. And for this
right.
country right here, for these couple states, a man that say he want to be a woman, he can go to the woman prison. It's like this is the kind of stuff that Democrats pass, and that's the only thing that they do. This
Right.
foolishness. So
Yeah,
like this is the kind of stuff.
yeah. I know it. But that's
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. This kind of stuff they do, but it's crazy, and that's what they do. So I mean, we have to be the ones to step up. I'm sorry, we're gonna step up. We're gonna keep stepping up. We're gonna step up till it's time to these people get it through their head that we don't need nothing else, but what we need is somebody thinking. If you had a Democrat that was actually doing something, I'd be right with him, Blow.
Yeah, exactly. But
Don't
they have to get off their sick
you
agenda
just
they on.
no, it ain't about that.
But because when you think about it, they basically on a depopulation agenda. That's a depopulation.
Yeah,
Anytime you focusing on LGBTQ rights and sex change procedures, that's all stuff to depopulate. That's all depopulation agenda.
yeah, absolutely.
LGBT ain't nan kid coming out the LGBTQ community.
Right, exactly.
Ain't no
That's
kids coming out of sex changing minors. Ain't no kids coming out of this stuff.
yeah, exactly.
But they let boatloads of everybody else come over here. And to
Yeah,
be honest with you, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Trump making me mad because I don't think he's doing enough. I think he really care about the public perception, even though they already don't like you. If they already don't like me, ain't nothing I won't do. That mayor up there in New York and that Omar lady, they'll both be up out of here
yeah.
already.
Well, they ought to be in prison.
Man, Donnie, and Elon, Omar, oh my God, they would have been on. They would have been gone.
They ought to be in prison. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I just send them back where they come from. I ain't even got to lock them up here. I send them back over there where they come from.
Yeah, well, that's true. I don't blame you.
I just deport them because they, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. To be honest, I'm scared of the state of the Muslim community in America. Man, they doing crazy, man. Like you see 10, 15,000 of them out there praying together, man. That ain't, I ain't saying all of them bad, but we don't know what these people got going on.
They sure don't. They sure don't. We
They
don't know.
talking about a nuclear weapon in Iran. Ain't no telling what they building over here.
Yeah, but they done let so
we
many.
already seen what they did with 4 airplanes.
Yeah, well, they got 1 million people that's the gotaways they got in the country. 1 million people. They know it was 1 million people because they got cameras at the borders and all of that, and they can see them getting away. Okay, but they didn't have the manpower to do nothing about it. When Biden's in here, they wasn't letting them do nothing about it. So you got 1 million people that just went the other way. 1 million. How many of the millions is good guys? If you couldn't come the other way, come on, man. Got some nefarious intent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, we come on here every week, man, just to try to get one person to understand that you need to be thinking a different way, because each one can teach one, each one can show one. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying Trump is the best apple in the bunch, but he's the best thing I done seen so far that's ever tried to do something for the collective of everybody. Gas prices don't affect the white man. The gas prices don't just affect, the Indian, whoever else. Gas prices affect us all. So we won't now. You know what I'm saying? Taxes affect us all. Democrats ready to raise tax. Trump tried to get tax cuts. I don't understand what the problem is. And common sense would teach you a man can't be a woman, a boy can't be a girl. That's just common sense. We can just throw that out the window as being common sense stuff.
Oh no, they just pushing it. And we got people that ain't even standing up against it because they still got you on the plantation. They still talking about you a slave.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They got you focused on being a slave, which you not.
And then this is what I don't understand. How can you have a whole party of people saying release the Epstein files, and now the Epstein files out, and they still saying release the Epstein files?
Yeah, they just want something else. Well, this law group that was supposed to be against white supremacy was getting the Ku Klux Klan money. They came out this week. I wish we would have had that clip.
And that's the thing. Yeah. I talked to a couple of Democrats about that, and they told me, "Oh, I don't believe nothing is coming out of this administration."
Come on, man. They got the money. They call it the money. Come on.
Exactly. Come on now.
I'm just saying, you don't believe nothing that come out of this administration, but this ain't the administration that's been a coward. This ain't the administration that say one thing and do it next. This ain't the administration that went over and tell you my body, my choice. But then when it comes to putting something in your body, wait a minute, you ain't got a choice. Hypocrite. This ain't the problem of the hypocrites, or the Hippocrats, which we call them.
Yeah. Yeah, I might got some money coming out of there too, man. I see a couple people them trying to run around with the flag art. They got the hippopotamus on there talking about the hypocrites.
Really?
Oh yes. I'm waiting on them to get big enough for us to have our day.
Yeah, come on, man. That's our logo. I wish we had a patent it.
Yeah, exactly. But shoot, I got proof I made it first.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely got that. If it get too big. Yeah, man, but that's the whole thing, man. I mean, they trying anything. They trying anything to kill the president. They trying anything to depopulate. Like you said, they got the ain't nobody said nothing about they was having the abortions at the DNC.
Yeah, exactly. Had a whole mobile.
They got the Democratic National Convention. They got the bus pulling up doing abortions on site.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
Come on, man. So first of all, they'll kill the baby. You got Trump. He want the baby to live. Then when the baby get here, they want to change the baby gender. You got Trump trying to get a baby $1,000.
Yeah,
But this man, the evil man.
yeah,
Y'all attacking, jumping on people with advanced Trump. Man, I wish somebody would run up on me while I got my Trump hat on.
I know
I'm
that's
ready
right.
to go to jail.
Yeah,
Hey, look, I need to hit somebody with the hardest punch I can throw, because you tripping. Ain't no
yeah,
need you run up on me and the man that gets all this nonsense.
exactly. And you running up on me. Yeah, but that's just where they got them at. That's where they got their mind. I really believe that stuff they put in their body. Now, this is my personal belief, Blow. That stuff that they put in these people's bodies, they can some kind of way control them. You remember when we was telling them they had them nanoparticles in it, which is nothing but an antenna. What do an antenna do? You send signals to an antenna. That's what you do. For people that don't understand, look it up. They had nanoparticles in that mess they put in your body. So now you wondering why all these people running around here, a school teacher, running around here going crazy. You
Mm-hmm.
got all these different people that would never do nothing. I mean, they're just out of a sudden come out of the woodwork and go crazy. No, something's happening. Something got in them. Something they controlling these people. Just like the man, they could talk junk about this man. They done found him mentally unfit to even stand trial. The one that killed that girl up here in Charlotte on the
Yeah,
train.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
can't even. Yep. He ain't
able to
even going to
stand
trial.
trial because they know that this man came to them ahead of time and told him, look, they done something to me. Something is talking to me, this, that, and the other. Inside his head, something. They said, yeah, I wonder what. I wonder how many shots he got. You remember one time they were paying people $1,000.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They
Come
was. Yeah, yeah, they was. Yeah,
on,
yeah,
man.
yeah. They'll give people $100, $200, $1,000 to go get the
Yeah,
shot. They were paying you to put that stuff in your body.
put it in your body.
And my biggest thing was I never been against the vaccine. My biggest thing was how can you put it above God? How can you have preachers that shut down the church and the football game wide open? I had somebody tell me the other day, send me pictures of the football game. You don't remember?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
remember?
Carolina State. I remember them wide open. We talking
Come
about
on now. They had Clemson games down there wide open. They
it.
had
Yeah,
games for college football games wide open
so it was
in the height of COVID.
in the middle of COVID. People was
Come on
all that.
now.
Come on, man. And you mean the preacher can't decipher that and say, well, wait a minute. You got all these people together and nothing's happening, but you telling me to close the church. You can go into Walmart, you can go into Target, all these big places. They
Yeah,
was open.
but then you look at the media, they talking about, oh, they had this church in this city, in this town. It was
Well,
300 members at the church and 46 died. Come on, man.
believe that. I didn't believe that one bit.
Come on, man. You remember they were saying all kind of, man. They said 2 tigers at the zoo tested positive for COVID. Who tested the tigers?
Why?
But this the kind of stuff we go through up under the Democrats. A whole
Yeah,
bunch of playing victim and trying to get you in your feelings and trying to get you scared. Basically,
yeah,
that's all they're doing right now. They,
yeah,
basically, half the people that hate Trump hate him because the Democrats play this. Every decision he make is putting us in jeopardy of something.
yeah.
They scared.
They played the race card. Now here you got
Yep.
NGOs giving money to the KKK to start up some ruckus, so they can keep us at odds. Well, I'm gonna tell you
Yeah, yeah,
something.
that's what they want to do. Yeah, yeah, that's what they want. They want the
Yeah,
KKK to go hang by 2, 3 people so they can talk about that. They can run a
yeah,
whole election off of 3 lynchings.
yeah, exactly. Well, I'm gonna
Get
just make
Al
it.
Sharpton out there on the front line. Get Al Sharpton out there and a couple people that ain't gonna do nothing. And there you go. You got a campaign.
Yeah. Well, they want to keep us against each other. They want to keep the blacks against the whites. The sooner black people wake up and understand what they're doing, and some whites, as soon as we start to wake up and understand, wait a minute, if we ever start to get along, they got no case over there. If we ever start to make sure that we can treat each other like human beings and neighbors and stuff like that, they got no case. Where's your white supremacy case? Where's your all this prejudice case? All that stuff goes away. They got nothing now to offer you because they're not going to offer you nothing good. They're not going to offer you nothing good for this country or yourself. You can believe that.
Exactly.
These people are greedy.
Exactly.
They nasty. I'm talking about they very nasty. I mean, the first thing they want to do is impeach somebody. This, that, and other. Joe Biden
Yep.
should have been out of office the day he got in there, and they rode with this man. They rode the horse down till he fell off.
Exactly. And then sitting there talking about he healthy. He got he the healthiest president. He one of the healthiest presidents we ever
Yeah.
had. Come on, man. The man didn't even know his name half the time. He never could find his way off the stage. The Joker can't pedal a bike or do nothing.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's why they don't even bring him out that much.
No, they ain't bring him out. The man stayed here for his whole presidency.
Yeah.
Put cackling Kamala up there, like she was gonna do something. These people don't have nobody to present to you, period. If they're gonna come back with Kamala or Gavin Newsom or somebody, have you seen the state of California? Have you seen how high stuff is? And you vote for this clown to come and run the country?
All the people that lost their life over there, all the homelessness.
Yeah. And high prices, stuff don't have to be as high as it is in California. Gas don't have to
be. Gas when gas was $1.99 over here, it was $6.50 over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It don't have to be that over there. That's the tax they putting on it. Why? They want to keep different off the public and taking their money and stealing their money, and they can't even see it. And I believe the people that can't see it, don't want to see it, them the ones stealing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, all that fraud they done found out in California. I mean, all kind of nursing home. Man had $43 million and ain't fed a single soul, and he's supposed to be feeding the homeless and stuff like that. $43 million. How you get this man $43 million? He ain't fed nobody. Where's the oversight? That go all the way back up to the top of who running the country. Come on, don't get the city or that state. That run all the way up to Gavin Newsom. I mean, run straight up to him. Man, you running this thing, y'all giving these people all this money, but I guarantee you one thing, Blo. If me and you tried to go apply for that money, boy, your background, I mean, they're gonna want your mama's new address, your sister, is or not, and your son, what school he going to. They're gonna want all that information. And I mean, you're gonna have to provide every single thing. And then they might say, well, we can't give you but this much. And they're going to get this next man $3-4 million, and you'll never see it. They don't want you to ever see it, and they ain't going to let you get your hands on it. That's why they keep trying to make it more difficult for us to be millionaires and stuff like that. Why would they want us not to be a millionaire? Because they keep telling you and selling you this crap about, we're going to tax the rich. Well, if they keep taxing the freaking rich, how in the heck you going to ever get rich? Because now, instead of you having $1 million, you ain't even got $500,000 because it's been taxed to death. By the time you can get $1 million, you would have to have $2 million to put $1 million in your pocket. Something don't work with that.
But they got y'all computer. Yeah, but they got them computerized. But they got them out here rooting for that, thinking that's a good thing. When they hear it, sound good to their ears. I ain't got no money. You ain't got it. I got plans of being rich.
Yeah. Well, see, that's because they make you first thing they do, this is the tactical plan. The first thing they do is make you hate somebody that's got a lot. So they get you to thinking and making you think that, well, dog, you got so much, you just getting everything and I ain't got nothing. So now I hate you. So now that I hate you, I want to see you lose what you got, thinking I'm going to get something. When if he lose what he got, you still ain't going to get nothing.
No, because that remove opportunity. That take a fool not to see that. That remove opportunity. Come on, man. If I got $10 million and I done opened up 80 barbershops and you taxing me, you double my taxes, I might have opened up 80 more. Now I ain't opened up nothing but 30. So that 50 barbershops, 500 barbers, all kind of stuff. There's out of opportunity just because you hate me for having. And I'm the opportunity creator.
Those 40 of them, he's still going to have money. Or what? Either that or the haircut's gonna go up. Now you take your haircut go up. See, it always come back to you. You the unsmart person. You think you the smartest person because you want to see this man come down. So you better tax him to death when instead of you telling the government, wait a minute, stop throwing my freaking money away. You don't have to tax nobody if you stop throwing the money away. You sitting up there giving the money to everybody and throwing it away and doing that, but then you want to talk about taxing the rich. You don't need to tax nobody. What you need to do is stop spending. That's what we ought to look at. That's what we ought to be telling the government. Man, stop wasting my freaking tax dollar. I can make it waste it better than anybody. I wish they would let me keep my federal taxes and just give it to people. I'd rather just give it to them myself. And one thing about it, at least I would know they got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, however much federal taxes. If they take $200 a week out on me for federal taxes, let me just give it to somebody that I think need it. It'll be it's a lot better than the government doing it.
Mm-hmm. Because ain't no telling where it's at. Hey, it's just going to them jokers making $100,000 a year and got a $20 million mansion.
Yeah, that's who it's going to. Exactly. It ain't going to the man laying on the street. See, if I kept it, I could go to the man on the street and give it to him. How about that? Yeah. Or if I built it up and kept it and built it up, I could get the man into some help and some treatment. You know, but you ain't going to do that. You're going to let him lay there because you need homelessness. What people don't understand is most of these politicians, especially the Democratic ones, to run their cities. That's why most Democratic cities is run down. Look at it. Do the math for yourself. Look at all these cities that's ran by Democrats. You got more homelessness and everything. They need that. Why do they need that in their cities? Because they can try to get more money from the people. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We ain't dumb. We ain't stupid. We understand what's going on out here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we understand. We know right from wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And we know nothing. We know nothing. If we don't know nothing, we know nothing. That's what I don't understand. Democrats act like they don't know nothing. You know nothing. You know you ain't been getting nothing. You know they ain't offering nothing, but you jumping for that. But then you got the other side that's offering something for everybody. Offering something for everybody. And like you always say, oh, you can't do nothing for the white man that don't benefit me. You can't say, okay, I'm gonna make you everything better for the rich.
Yeah.
Tax money pay a lot. Yeah, tax money pay a lot, but my thing with tax money is how much tax money do they need?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, people been paying taxes for the last how many years? Shoot, they should have enough. To be honest with you, I'd rather them, if you take every person that's working in America, and I'd rather just submit a whole check. I think the first check of the year, they should just take every single dollar, every single cent, and just give me the rest of my money the rest of the year. If they do that to every American citizen, then shoot, they have enough.
Yeah, absolutely. They absolutely
have enough. Yeah, they have enough.
Yeah, they sure would. They
take from
throw it away.
everything.
They have more than enough. Yeah, they just throw our tax money away. Yeah, it pays a lot, but it's a lot more scheming going on too. If taxpayers is paying that much, what about our Social Security? What about the biggest Ponzi scheme out there? Everybody keep talking about we're gonna run out of money for Social Security. That ain't nothing but a Ponzi scheme. How that work? You get our money and you throw it away, and you're supposed to be putting it up for us to get it back, and then you tell us we're gonna run out. That's what they locked up Madoff for.
Yeah, and then they turn the other cheek what about all the people that died?
Yeah.
You know how many people don't work their whole life and died at 50, 55, 60?
And don't nobody get that money. They get it back.
That's crazy.
They keep it. They don't give it to nobody. That's a big.
Exactly. They should at least bury you with that money. You see, and that's the type of policy. That's the type of policy that this country needs. Policy like that. You know, whenever you pass away, they should look into that, and they should take that money and bury you. Whether they keep the rest or not, they should at least give you the money to give you a proper burial. You got people that can't put their people in the ground, died 55 years old, and they got $100,000 tied up in Social Security, and you fish frying.
Yeah, yeah, and they won't give them a dime of it. Well, that ain't nothing but a Ponzi scheme. They supposed to be taking that money, letting it build up so that people can get it back when they get of age. You take the money, use it for everything else. Now you hollering, we're going to run out. How in the heck we going to run out? I'm going to say, who's in charge?
Yours to touch.
Yes.
You're right. That ain't nobody's to touch.
Yeah, it ain't nobody's to touch, and they touch it and they keep their fingers in it all times. That's because they go do dumb stuff with it, like giving it all to illegals that's coming in this country that they know shouldn't be in there. That's the first thing they do with it. The second thing, they send it all to these other countries out here. They're giving money and keeping up NATO and all these other countries on our dime, and these people getting free health care and everything. You know, somebody come to me, oh man, I think we ought to get free health care. That's the one thing I don't think we ought to get, not from no government. Because just think about it, Blow. If we had free health care from our government, what if we had somebody like Joe Biden in chair again? They give you free health care, okay? Now he comes along and say, ain't nobody getting no health care till they put all this stuff in their body that we want. You're going to be stuck without nothing because you don't want to put some mess in their body that they done invented, and they tell you can't get no medical help. That's why I don't want them to be in charge of my health care, because they're going to use that against you. You get a rogue government, which Biden was a rogue government, forcing people to do stuff like that. I really actually believe they killed my mom. I really believe that. She ain't had no problems till she put that stuff in her body, and she didn't want it in there. But then they wouldn't give her dialysis unless she took it. So y'all let that sink in when you start talking about these freaking no Democrats out here that don't mean nobody no good. She didn't want the mess. She told me she didn't want it. She had already had COVID. But now they wouldn't give her dialysis unless she doggone put the stuff in her body. And they knew damn well that stuff wasn't no good. I'm still pissed off about it and still think somebody ought to get sued about it. I ought to be suing Joe Biden.
They ought to get sued about it too, Art.
Held up your Medicaid, Medicare. That's why I don't want no government insurance like that telling me what I can and cannot do. Because now they're holding that over your head because they call themselves giving you something, which they shouldn't have even held that over nobody's head. But you had a rogue government. You want to talk about a freaking dictator. All you low-class, no-class Democrats out there, you want to talk about a freaking dictator. That's one. That's a dictator. And you want to holler Trump as a king or a dictator. Man, y'all ought to stop it, man. Stop that foolishness. They get me pissed off when they start doing stuff like that, Blow. Because I know the truth and I know what happened and I still see what happened.
Yep. And everybody know that and everybody know what you're saying is the truth.
Yes,
everybody know what you're saying is the truth.
Yeah, so they better get their head right and get it screwed on, man. These people ain't nothing over there.
No. Yeah, you're right. That's not right.
Yeah. Making somebody hold that against you because they're giving you some kind of dialysis. They hold that against you and make you do what they say. What is that?
Yep, that's just like the people we was talking about that had the transplants. Them people been waiting for a transplant. Now all of a sudden they can't get the transplant because they don't want to put something in their body.
Yeah, that they think might kill them anyway. So now you can't even get a whole heart transplant. Man, they better wake up out here, man. They better stop this foolishness they got going on, man, and start using their brain to think and see what these people doing to them. Yeah.
They better.
Yeah.
They better. They better. They're better. Because I'm going to realize when it comes to politics, a lot of times people don't even believe in the stuff that they say they believe in because they do everything they swear that they're against.
Yeah, exactly. Just totally the opposite.
That's what they're doing. They're doing everything they swear they're against.
Well, they make you throw your morals and principles straight out the door. I mean, just to hate somebody. Can't even see that ain't right. I think that's part of what they put in you. The way you hate.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, Trump trying to make everybody do what he wants them to do. But you just finished doing everything Biden and Harris wanted y'all to do.
Yeah.
Made y'all do some stuff. Obama made everybody go get that garbage.
Yeah. 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 It brought about all this stuff.
What would you say?
I mean, making everybody go against their own principles and morals and values, just to say that you hate somebody. Come on, man. You know half of this stuff you ain't with. You will agree to it that you ain't with it, but that overrides anything else that you might think of somebody. Like, I'll sacrifice my kid for that. I'll sacrifice that. And I'm going to be honest with you, most of the women, the one falling for the okie doke, they falling for it harder than anybody else. Men know why. We've been under pressure our whole life. We've been under our pressure.
And I ain't gonna lie though, I've been seeing a lot of women been coming around. I think, and we say this all the time, we're a broken record. When it boiled down to it, the difference right now in 2026 between a Democrat and a Republican, the only difference is who go keep it 100 and who not.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's the only difference. One side saying we getting something, the other side know they ain't getting nothing, but still want to get mad for nothing. You already know that you can't tell me what they doing. Can't one Democrat tell us what they want to do. The only thing they want to do is get Trump out of there. And all I've been seeing Trump do is something. Trump
Yeah.
doing something, man, every day Trump got a world leader or a new plan or a new policy or something every single day. If you haven't noticed, either you see Trump sitting in the conference room talking to a world leader, either Trump sitting in the conference room talking to a world leader, or he's sitting in the Oval Office signing something.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
He's announcing it. I never remember seeing Biden. I never seen Biden standing sitting up in at the Oval Office signing off or something. I never saw it. I never saw it. Can anybody in here tell me if you ever remember seeing? I mean, because every day I see Trump, he's sitting with the lady from Japan. He's sitting with Netanyahu. He's sitting with this world leader, that world leader. Every day, either you see Trump sitting transparency right in front of all the American people with the cameras on. He doing it. He not hiding stuff behind the scenes.
right.
A lot of that garbage, that child gender affirming care stuff, they can't do that stuff out in the public. Man, they
No.
hide and sneak and sign that stuff and pass that stuff around and through. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Men and women sports, ain't nobody sitting up in the Oval Office with all the cameras on them talking about, oh, today we want to announce that any man that want to, that want to identify as a woman can go get it. Come on. They're not doing that.
Well,
Everything they do, they ashamed of. They can't even stand behind what they do.
well, it's like this, Blow. Like I tell everybody, it's all the Democrats and half of the Republicans. That's why we can't get a bill passed. That's why we can't get the SAVE Act passed, because you still got some of these Republicans that's really Democrats. That they ain't no why they benefit off the same thing, stealing votes. You got some Republicans benefiting off of stealing votes too. I mean, just like the Democrats. That's why we can't get a real decent bill passed. We ought to be getting some of this stuff passed. What about the SAVE Act? ID. Most Americans, I don't care who you ask, Democrats or Republicans, they think we ought to have an ID to vote, which is just common freaking sense.
Man,
But
you
you
don't
got
even need an ID to vote. Or to be honest
some
with you,
Republicans that don't want you to have an ID.
my thing is this: it ain't even about having an ID to vote. You need an ID to live.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, this ain't even about voting. This is about your life living.
Right.
You need an ID to live. You can't even cash a check. How you go pay your rent? If you can't get a bank account started, you can't do that without no ID. What can
Yeah.
you do without if you say that you don't need an ID to vote, I say what can you do without an ID?
Yeah. Yeah, right. You can't do nothing without an ID. Period.
Absolutely nothing.
Planes, get on nothing. You need an ID. That's the first thing they're gonna ask you for. You can't
That's
cash
the
a
first
check.
thing you got. Who are you? Who are you? That's the only way you can prove who
got
you
to
are.
have an ID before you can get anything. You can't even come up off the streets unless you go get an ID. That's the first thing they're gonna tell you.
I'm
Go
gonna tell you
get an ID.
something. The funny thing about it, the ID is the only thing that you got to have proof of ID to get. So you need ID. You got to have
Yeah.
ID to get ID. You got to have a social security number and a birth certificate to get ID.
Yeah. And you can obtain those things. You will when you want something. I can tell you that.
And if you can't obtain them, then you don't need it. If you can't get ID, you don't need to vote. That's just like whenever you go get a job and you ain't got no ID, they'll say, okay, go get your ID made. And if you don't go get your ID made, if you don't do that, then you don't want the job.
Exactly. That's the way it goes.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Come on, man, you gotta want this stuff. A lot of stuff, and I think that's a big problem what's going on with people too, man. They want something given to them. Man, you gotta work for anything you want. That's just a principle of life. If you want to vote, you gotta work to get your ID. That's it. You gotta go down there to the Social Security office, go down there to the birth certificate office, get your piece of mail, and go get your ID.
Well, I think most of the people feel like this, Blow, that they owed something. And hold up, well, you say something. They feel like they owed something. I feel like I'm owed something. Yeah, I feel like I'm owed something. I feel like they've been stealing from me my whole life. I feel like they did us wrong when they brought us over here, blah, 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 so far. But that don't mean I'm going to lay down and wait on them to give it to me, because I see that they ain't.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always enough opportunity out here for me to go out here and get it. So now that leaves one or two choices. I'm going to wait for these fools to try to give me something, which I know they ain't, or I'm going to have to go out here and get it myself, which I know I am. And I'm more than capable. If people can come over here and get something and sneak by and get something, how come I can't just work for something?
Exactly.
Yeah. People tell me, and I always tell people, hard work always pay off. I've had people tell me, no, it don't. You know, people can work on a job for this long and they still ain't moved up. You ain't moved up because you don't want to. You ain't working hard enough. Start working hard enough. Somebody gonna see you working hard enough. How you work hard enough? Well, you work hard enough by getting in there, not only doing your job, but learning how to do your job. Yeah,
you're right. You're right about
yeah.
that. Hey,
Yeah,
hey, I started from the bottom.
choice.
Hey, you already know how it go. You already know. I started from the bottom, went all the way from the driver, all the way to the manager, all the way back down to the bottom. Hey, they calling me lead driver already. I ain't even
Yeah.
been over there to play that long. They already trying to make me move somewhere already.
Yeah.
Come on now, we ain't playing like that.
Pay off. I don't care if you think nobody don't
Always.
see it, think somebody ain't looking. Somebody's looking, somebody's paying attention, somebody gonna see it, and it's gonna pay off. It's up to you to put the work in.
Yep.
I tell everybody that. Oh, yes, it will. You just ain't doing it. You just want to go there. I've known people that would work in restaurants. I'll go in a restaurant. I've known ladies, black ladies. They know everything about the restaurant. I go in there and ask them, look, well, how come you don't want to be the manager? I don't want to be no manager. What? That's where the money at. I don't want to be no manager. But you running things anyway. You come in, they'll give you the keys to open the place up because you're going to be on time every day. You know everything about every position in the place. But then you tell me, see, that was a mentality. We need to get out of there. That was a slave mentality. You need to get out of that mentality and get in there. Look, I need to run this place. Now I need to know everything about everything that's going on. I need to stay late.
Exactly. Because if you ain't coming, if you ain't going to go to the top, then ain't even no need of going.
Thank you. What, you just coming in there just to come in and go home every day? No, it don't work like that. You got to have a different mindset. See, and people with that mindset right there understand what it's all about. Our problem is we don't understand what it's all about. You just want to go in and do your 9 to 5 and come home. You don't want to run the place. That's what it takes. It takes responsibility, hard work. See, it take all of that. I can't say that everybody has it. I can't even say that everybody understands it. Not when you got people that's going in trying to get on the cash register and can't even count. I'm just saying, you ain't trying to learn nothing. You ain't learned nothing. Yeah, learn how to count, then you can run the cash register efficient, have some efficient in the business. Make yourself valuable wherever you are. You can go to any place, anytime, work anywhere, and make yourself valuable. Well, Mac, man, how do you do that? Well, you do that by showing up every day on time, stop laying out, and when you come in, actually get productive. Make yourself valuable because you know what you have information. Information is the key. Information is the key. The more you know, you get paid for what you know. People think they get paid for what they do, but you really get paid for what you know. The more you know, the more you can get paid. You think a brain surgeon don't know something about the brain?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he know that. That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
You think the manager that's got the trucks running don't notice when every truck doing 2 runs a day and then he hire a new person and he coming in and out of there 4 or 5 times a day?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he knows.
So what they doing? So what you doing that they ain't doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
These rings around you, and then you get noticed, and he put, man, I'm gonna make you the lead truck, and you're gonna get this, or I got something extra I need you to do. And
yeah. Now you mad. Yeah, exactly. And now you mad because you've been there for 10 years and he been there for 10 months.
Yeah, and he getting some better. Good. Well, why? Because this man gonna get it done. You just gonna come in and just do that, the bare minimum. You ain't even gonna work hard. Your goal is to come in and not work hard. This man coming in working hard. Yet hard work pays off. Yeah, it's just that simple. Everything you do. So don't just get that twisted. They get stuff twisted around here.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. But hey, we here to tell you, man, just keep working and stop being crazy. These people ain't no earthly good, and I can see straight through them. Yeah, we see people and what
you can see straight through them too. And you can, because when you sit down and think, what are they doing? What are they trying to do? The answer is nothing.
I never
make
get a
you feel like you a victim. What you say?
I never get any feedback. When I ask people, what did these people doing? What is they trying to do? Give me a policy that they even putting forward, and I never get any feedback. I never get an answer from none of them.
They don't even know what they're doing.
That's crazy, man.
They don't. They don't. I don't even think they have a clue. They don't even know what they're doing.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Man,
But shoot,
that's
me and
crazy.
Art, we gonna continue to bring you more episodes just like this one, man. Like I say, man, they trying it all. Ain't nothing they ain't trying, man. They
Yeah,
trying every single thing, you
yeah,
know. And I think a lot of people just gotta understand. And I say this all the time, man. You take a person that, man, that everybody in the '90s, everybody wanted to be around Trump. Everybody wanted to mention Trump. Man, it's over 50 to 100 rap songs with Donald Trump name in them. He got pictures with Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, and everybody. Everybody
yeah,
that was somebody that was black, he was right there. You know, the man had the #1 show on TV right before he ran. The
yeah,
Apprentice. Wasn't nobody on there. I can't see Nan's story talking about don't watch The Apprentice because this man, this man
it's
a
cra-
racist.
yeah, exactly. That's crazy, man.
The man was all on every kind of show, on The View for The Apprentice, on all these shows. They loved him, was kissing on him and everything.
Oh, Winfrey and all of them. Yeah,
Yep,
love them. Yeah,
all of
yeah. All of a sudden, I'm running for president. Oh, I don't like you no more. Yeah, right. And people,
them.
a hypocrite. It's one thing for certain.
There's two things for sure,
We're gonna tell the truth,
because it's time
and the truth hurts. Peace out.
until